Side Story Part 1. Rouge's Pav. I had been in the underworld since almost the dawn of creation, going to the cardinal world now and then, but I decided that today I would stay there. No demon could really challenge me, but Noir sometimes blanc on her better days, but that almost never happens anymore, so hence my decision to leave and find new things to do in the cardinal world. I had recently had my Lesser's leave for a summoning that didn't interest me, since it offered nothing I wanted and was too strict on the terms of the summoning requirements. But soon the next one was the perfect opportunity for my plan to take shape. After being summoned, a fool asked me to destroy a nation for him that was ruled by some high humans. He also spouted some nonsense about him being the greatest magic user in the world, but since I now will live here, he will at best be second to me, but I doubt his claims of greatness. It didn't matter much to me, so I did that, and I used the corpses as a medium to create a body for myself, and then used the constant sound the weaklings made to name myself. I then felt even more power fill me with energy, making me have all of my power I once had in the underworld now possible in the cardinal world, but there was more than before also. I choose to investigate it later, but then decided to summon my subordinates so I can have them finish cleaning up the rest of the weaklings of the country. While I destroy my summoner's nation as compensation for my deeds, along with acquiring my souls to see if I can grow even stronger. I saved some corpses for them to incarnate into soon enough. When I did, they seemed stronger than before I last saw them, much more so, but not as much as me still. Guy, I want you both to finish destroying this country along with its inhabitants. Also, how come you both seem stronger than before I last saw you? It's only been a few days and you were only gone from my sight for one summoning recently. Misery chose to speak for both of them after glancing at Rain for a moment and silently communicating with her through telepathy. We were recently given both bodies and names by a benefactor of ours who seems to be related to the creator of everything. We were also told we can't tell you much else, but that we will still continue serving you until he calls for us again. Also, we were told that you would now be named go by the name of Guy and be stronger than us again. Guy, does this individual even have a name? Misery, yes they do, but we are not allowed to say it to you yet, as was the agreement for our new strength. We beg for your understanding in this. So they can't say who or even what made them stronger. How unfortunate that I will be unable to look for this individual later, but I at least know it's one person and that they know the creator personally. It's fine, finish the task I set for you. I have my own nation to destroy, but first, who seems stronger, me or them? This was my most important question I hope to have an answer to. I doubt I would be weaker, but these two have fought me before and should have an idea of my strength right now. Rain, oh, way stronger than you, sir. I couldn't see the bottom to his strength at all. I noticed Vert give Blue a glare, then turned to me with worry. Misery, Guy-sama, I ask that you now call me Misery as a name given to me by my benefactor, along with not trying to fight them either. I doubt you would survive long even if you grew stronger than us. You have not gained more skills, but we were given to each freely. I beg for your understanding in my request. Rain, oh, and you can call me Rain, please don't call me Blue anymore, Sir Guy. Misery still treats me with respect as she should, but Rain seems to have gotten bolder. I'll have to educate her later on my strength. So they both don't question it again. Clearly they have forgotten that I'm the strongest in the world and that my pride would not allow otherwise. Notice unique skill, pride acquired, and skill foreshadow. See, even the world gives me freely what these two must beg to obtain. 2 new skills to try out and master. It should keep me busy for a time, but I still miss my bouts with Noir that I had often. Dino's Pav. When me and Veldanava returned to the Star Palace with company, many of my colleagues gave me a questioning look. Veldanava asked me to show them to a guest room, so I did, then told him where a spare open room was to use and left him be. As I closed the door, my colleagues asked me who they were and why we brought them with us, since Veldanava never explained much unless Feldway was here to pressure him to. Cornu, well, what do you know about this person and why do they feel dangerous to me? Are we to increase security while they are here? Dino, I don't know much, since Veldanava made me leave the room for their discussion, and that this person has a true dragon factor along with being acknowledged as our lord's cousin. Pico, wait, you left Veldanava alone with a stranger. How could you do such a thing? You're his protector along with all of us. Garcia, and you said he is a similar species to our lord. How is this possible? Veldanava is unique as a being as you can get. Dino, it was Veldanava's orders and he said he would be able to handle himself if he needed to, but after I lost connection with our lord for a moment, I tried to force his cousin to tell me but barely got into the room before being stopped in my tracks. Also, how would I know how or what species he is? Veldanava told me it was that, not my own conclusion. Cornu, wait, you were stopped. How is that possible? Especially unwilling, tell us more. Dino, well, when I burst into the room I was forced to kneel almost immediately, like my body wouldn't move and my thought communication with you guys was cut off at the same time. Also he said some things that still scare me even now. Pico, well, what was it? Don't leave us hanging, you lazy bum. Dino, I'm getting to that, and also words hurt to you know. Anyway, he said, I simply used anti-skill to disable your natural elements resistance, then applied a gravity field around you to make it so you can't move, then used Michael to disable your ultimate skill's functionality, then used Temptation King's charm skill to instill loyalty in your body, not you soul. Making it so you can only be trapped in your own flesh and watch me do nothing to you. He also, after I asked for further clarification on the how part, said, but by nullifying your own ultimate skill it makes you less resistant to the effects of my ultimate skill, and since ultimate skills bypass nullifications you were helpless to resist me. If you had to, then it wouldn't have worked, but your will and soul are too weak to accomplish such a feat, at least not yet. Besides, as an angel you naturally would follow the will of Justice King Michael, even subconsciously making it so you didn't even think to use your natural ability to use law manipulation to help mitigate the effects. Maybe eventually you will, but you're still too young for that. Garcia, what does that even mean? It would work on all of us even if we tried to resist him. Dino, oh, it gets better. After Master returned from who knows where, he said he agreed to a deal between them that he didn't tell me about at all. I can't tell them that we will one day be made to serve him when the time was right, since I was sworn to silence by Veldanava. Cornu, so he for sure has more than one ultimate skill and is stronger than us Seraphim. He were personally made by God himself. Man, what have you been dreaming up, Dino? I'm going to ask Master myself instead of listening to your nonsense. As the rest left with Cornu, Dino thought, oh, if only you knew the truth, if only. To be continued.